So continue on, in terms of things you found most unusual, what have you found sort of most enjoyable? Things, not necessarily meeting people, but what have you been able to do that you thought, oh, this is really great, this is something you don't have anywhere else?
Well, first of all, I think what has been highlighted is the community aspect of the island. Now, clearly, with a population of 85,000, everyone knows everybody else, or almost. And for me, trying to make the connections which people already know. But I think that what I found special, is the environment is extraordinary. My family come from Scotland, my mother comes from Perthshire, and you drive over on the mountain road going north, and there are bits that look just like Perthshire, just like where Mum comes from. And then you go down into some of the glens, and that looks like other places I know. And then you've got the seaside and the beaches, and that reminds me of places where we used to go when we were youngsters, down in Cornwall and places like that. So it's that variety, and then you look at the sort of the habitat and the flora and fauna, and there are some very special features. So we hope to do a lot more of that. We hope to be getting out and about. We were intending to walk around the island when we started doing the Way of the Gals, and we shall try and do that finish that next year. And just meeting people who are involved in conservation, the farming community. Yesterday I was down south, and had a fantastic time. Standing up on the hills, able to go and look at the calf man, look at. I just saw everything, and you kind of go, "This is just fabulous." It was a lovely day as well, So you get that's a variety is extraordinary.
So it's going to be Highland cattle. So
Yeah.
On your Twitter, you're a big tweeter.
Well, not a big tweeter. And I have an interesting selection of followers, because of course it started off as when I was Colonel Commandant of the Parachute Regiment. So a lot of my followers are either current soldiers or serving soldiers or veterans. And as I started sort of making a few tweets about being on the Isle of Man, I think I've attracted a few people from.
The first day you were appointed, suddenly you get a lot of people from surnames that all seem the same.
Yeah, so there was a bit of that, and but again, so my Twitter site tends to be a little bit of Army and a little bit of Isle of Man. So its structure is not quite sort of sorted out yet, but actually it's just basically posting things which I think people will be interested in.
Just think, of course, interesting about it, have to get them to take you out wallaby spotting.
Yes, not seen. So I haven't seen a wallaby yet. I haven't seen a feral goat, and I haven't seen a peacock yet. So they're on the bucket list. But importantly, I did cross something off the bucket list yesterday, and that was driving a tractor. And despite all the time I've been in the military and been on farms and all of that, my wife's from a farming community and family, I'd never driven a tractor. So that was on my bucket list. Achieved that yesterday, and we've got a stretch target now, which is to either be the driver or be the assistant driver next year on the young farmer's tractor.
How did it go? Because I was allowed to drive a tractor the other week, and I got into it and it had 4 pedals, and I didn't know what the third one did. So it's sort of...
There were more buttons and levers than I had thought. And I had a very sympathetic, understanding instructor, but there were definitely more, and despite it being automatic, I still managed to crunch a few gears. But it was that was great. And actually, something like that is important to understand that kind of thing, and I've always wanted to do it as well. But that opportunity is great.
Just sort of finally, we've returned, just obviously Christmas coming in, the family coming over. What is it that you're sort of being able to engage with in the community in terms of Christmas? Carol concerts, that sort of thing, and is that something you've been able to get involved in?
carol concerts, and there's been a number of services as well, and plays. Do you know, there's something that has really struck me is the talent that is on the island. We've been to the Gaiety Theatre a couple of times. We've been to Villa Marina and seen things there, from these sort of primary schools all the way up. And I think that the standard of music and drama art is extraordinary. And I've got to say, I think also sport. Extraordinary what the wide variety of sports that are done on Ireland, but also the standard that people are achieving. I think that's incredible. I mean, the island, I think, in those areas definitely punches above its weight.
You'd be going to Panto?
Not got tickets yet, but I've been told I should go because it's meant to be very good.
It's a friend of ours, Jack. I was playing Jack for Jack and the Beanstalk, and he's definitely worth going to see it. Well, John, thank you for your time, and Merry Christmas.
And thank you very much indeed, Sam, and wish everyone a very, very happy Christmas and good luck in 2022. It seems unbelievable we're at 2022, and let's hope it's a peaceful and healthy